police identified a woman killed as Tatiana Hayward and said they also identified the man suspected of killing her as Nashar. It's some Scott. Got to be more careful. Here we go.
Local First starts now.
Good evening, I'm Maddie Kurth. Another young mother was lost to gun violence, part of a quadruple shooting Saturday night that left 2 people dead in the Pines Village section of New Orleans East. Shot with her infant son in the car. Family members say the woman never deserved such a tragic death.
Shot with a son in the car.
Because she told her mama she going to go out like a diamond.
The latest in a spree of violence against women in New Orleans. Relatives mourn the loss of Ronisha Anderson, killed Saturday night in a quadruple shooting that, according to police, also took the life of a 17-year-old boy and injured a 20-year-old man and a 13-year-old boy.
I feel like it was my fault. My mom, everybody saying it's not.
The victim's aunt says she asked her niece to give her husband a ride to the barber shop, but he wasn't able to get the haircut.
By the dude not cutting his hair, I brought him home. When he brought him home, he was already shooting.
New Orleans police say Ronisha Anderson's infant son was riding with her in the car as the gunfire rang out.
But there are some people who seem to be so inclined to violence that they don't care about who's around them, who's with the person who's to be the victim of their crime, and we've got to do something to get in contact with and penalize those people.
The shooting happened.
Say she go out like a diamond, huh?
On Beechcraft Street, part of New Orleans Councilman Eugene Green's district. Police say a 17-year-old boy was killed at the scene and that Anderson was found shot inside a car that came to a stop about a half-mile away in the 3900 block of Downman Road.
He said that's a boy, girl. He said that's a boy, Willie.
Police say she died at the hospital. Green met with Fox 8 at the scene of another young mother's death, where 33-year-old Sully Simmons was shot with her 2-year-old son in the back seat less than a month ago. He says the NOPD has protective measures for witnesses to share information without fear of retaliation.
Perpetrators seem to have no regard for their particular situations, especially involving their children. There's no excuse for it. It's not acceptable. It's not tolerable. Using violence to solve a problem is just not something that we're ever going to accept.
Meanwhile, Anderson's family is the latest left picking up the pieces of another tragedy and hoping for justice.
That's all I have. Who they gonna kill me? My baby birthday on the 29th this month. I'm scared to give her a party. I'm scared they're gonna come shooting some more. I can't do it. But I'm not scared. They gonna make my brother say I move. I ain't moving.
Police had 2 suspects, one with a rifle, and packing up the pieces of another tragedy and hoping for justice.
That's all I have. Who they gonna kill me? My baby birthday on the 29th this month. I'm scared to give her a party. I'm scared they're gonna come shooting some more. I can't do it. But I'm not scared. They gonna make my brother say I move. I ain't moving.
Police had 2 justice.
That's all I have. Who they gonna kill me? My baby birthday on the 29th this month. I'm scared to give her a party.
Scared to give her a party.
I'm scared they're gonna come shooting some more. I can't do it. But I'm not scared.
I ain't scared though. She ain't scared though. This regular-ish. You say you can't afford to move. That's what's up. Say, is that a woman? That's a whole woman because she got a husband.
They gonna make my brother say I move. I ain't moving.
I ain't moving. They talking about moving. Bitch, I ain't moving. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't with that shit. Who? Shout out to Rodriguez for the $4.99 super chat. Say the Boondocks. Say Uncle Ruckus.
I ain't moving.
Police had 2 suspects, one with a rifle and the other with a handgun, are believed to have carried out the shootings. The investigation remains open.
Woo! Yeah. Hey, man, it goes down. It goes down around there. Yeah. Ooh, say the baby smoked some Newport. Say somebody get that baby some water. Her throat dry. Get that baby some water. Her throat dry. Hold on. We still in New Orleans. Don't Don't you even much worry about it. Here we go.
Night with family identifying the 31-year-old woman killed on Beechcraft Street in New Orleans last night as Ronisha Anderson. A 17-year-old was also killed in that gunfire, along with 2 others injured.
Shout out to Max for the $1 cash out. Say I feel sorry for that brother.
WDSU reporter Eli Brand is live with how family members are reacting to this latest round of gun violence. Eli.
She said she smoking gunpowder. Say she sound like Pokemon. Jesus. She needs some milk.
Elizabeth, the family is understandably distraught. They remember Anderson as loving, caring, and an all-around good person. They're just asking now for the violence in the city to end.
Violence to end.
His last words from his girl, Kyra, get the baby. Kyra, I'm gonna get the baby, I'm driving.
Kyra, get the baby. How I'ma get the baby? I'm driving. Here you talking about, I got to drive. You keep the baby.
Caring and an all-around good person. They're just asking now for the violence in the city to end.
His last words from his girl, Kyra, get the baby. Kyra, I'm gonna get the baby, I'm driving.
A tragic ending for Tamira Anderson's niece, Ronisha. Anderson says her niece was killed with her baby in the car.
I feel bad for my niece. I would have rather for her to die in her sleep than to get a bullet to her. She didn't deserve that. She ain't never did nobody nothing. She's not a troublemaker. She don't go around fighting. She look out for everybody.
Anderson is the latest.
So she ain't never did nobody nothing. That is a New Orleans thing, right? She ain't never did nobody nothing, because I've done heard that over the years and probably like 6, 7 videos. I ain't did nobody nothing. That person ain't did nobody nothing. Yeah. That baby got on a pink bonnet.
Go around fighting. She look out for everybody.
Anderson is the latest in a string of deaths involving women across New Orleans in recent months. She is at least the 5th mother to be shot in the Crescent City in as many weeks.
The 5th mother. I've been trying to tell y'all since last year that y'all is losing y'all life. Y'all women is losing y'all life, whoo, at a high number. Y'all better be careful.
And I had my run-ins and I had what I went through, but then I met God. And I had a relationship with God, and I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior.
This man, who goes by Evangelist N, says he grew up in New Orleans and was going down the wrong path. He says that all changed when someone came into his community to reach out to him. He says that's part of solving the violent crime problem, and he's taking initiative to go into communities to make a connection with young people.
We come up with all these old this and this and that. It's not working. It's not working. We got to go to them.
It's not random, right by that.
We got to go to them and meet them where they at. Until we realize that we can go meet them where they at and care and show that we care about them, it's not going to change.
For friends and families of victims like Anderson, they just want a solution.
Pink bonnet, purple bonnet, do y'all thing out here, man.
All day I've been doing, just been talking, crying. I can't eat.
Police are asking for help to identify the suspects in those deadly shootings. They ask that if you have any information, you contact Crime Stoppers Greater New Orleans. That number, 504-822-1111. Reporting live in New Orleans, Eli Brand, WDSU News.
If y'all got any information, y'all please spread the word. Get the information out, man. They're going through some things in New Orleans. Going through some strange in New Orleans. We ain't done. We not done. We got another one. Here we go.
And 30 people became victims of mass shootings so far this year, adding to an alarming amount of violence across New Orleans.
Some believe criminals are using social media to send messages and boast about their crimes. Natasha Robin has a story.
Shout out to Prophet May for the $2 cash app. He said the teacher told her that the head was trash, and she was mad. That's a good one.
Saturday night in Pines Village, Tamara Anderson says about 20 kids were playing in the front yard.
My son-in-law told me to get them children inside.
Then, she says gunfire erupted.
20 minutes later, it sounded like over 100 shots.
A 14-year-old boy shot, along with a 20-year-old man. 17-year-old Anthony McBride died on the scene, and a bullet struck 24-year-old Ronisha Anderson in the head. killing her as she rode in the passenger seat with her 6-month-old son and the baby's father.
It's really just horrific what's happening in our city.
It's the 8th mass shooting to happen in New Orleans so far this year, according to the Metropolitan Crime Commission.
Say Baby K strikes again.
20 people shot, 13 others killed.
The motivation isn't an armed robbery or carjacking or even economic gain. It is just strictly trying to send a message.
A mess.
Shout out to Max for the $1 cash app. He said we need to start a GoFundMe for that man's family. That is a woman.
Rafael Goeneche says is often displayed through social media posts. He points to posts like these.
That is the social status phenomena. That is something that gives those young people some notoriety.
Yep. This video caught the attention of Councilwoman Helena Moreno.
It was gut-wrenching, shocking that, you have these children with firearms, with extended cartridges. One of the little boys looked like he must be like 10 years old.
Y'all don't give a damn. Y'all don't care because y'all ain't gonna hold nobody responsible. So hush.
I think he had.
She shops at Target.
Like a school uniform on. I mean, it's unreal.
The video appears to show kids waving guns around. Moreno tells Fox 8 she immediately alerted the NOPD.
It's heartbreaking, and it's heartbreaking for these kids. And it's like, then we look at, how do we get these kids back if this is how far gone they are?
We don't want them kids back. Why do we want them back? Everybody not meant to live on Earth, y'all. Everybody not meant to have a long life on Earth. Everybody shouldn't even have the chance to change. They really should.
As the NOPD investigates the mass shooting, Goeneche says the social media posts are an indication of what has become a sad situation.
They riding around with them yoppers, boy. They do not care. Say, Willie, yeah. They just cheer, yeah, for real.
That seems to be fueling the violence.
The mass shooting that occurred Saturday night. Don't know who the actual target was, but 2 people died and 2 people were wounded. And I think it's a safe bet to say that not everyone that died, not everyone that was wounded was an intended target.
The NOPD is searching for at least 2 gunmen in the mass shooting that unfolded in New Orleans East. They say both were wearing hoodies, one armed with a rifle, the other with a handgun. If you can help police identify those suspects, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers. At NOPD headquarters, Natasha Robin, Fox 8, Local First.
Yes, they all talk. Say, so Willie, you think that the kids should go ahead and take themselves out? Yup. Yeah. Yeah, like they just need to just go on and just leave Earth. Why should they be able to stay here? Why should they be able to live on this beautiful planet of ours? Causing havoc. But Willie, they just kids. Yeah. They just kids and got y'all adults scared as hell out here in these streets. The kids got the adults in fear. The kids got the adults in fear. Y'all scared to be out when the street lights come on. I'm talking to you parents. I know that's how we grew up. You better come in before the street lights come on. But as adults, y'all is afraid to be out when the street lights come on. You don't even want to take your garbage outside and put it inside the dumpster past 6 o'clock. Yeah. Say, yeah. The churn got the adults on the curfew. Oh, yeah. Where's the NAACP tourist warning? Yeah, there's 8 mass shootings. This year, no tourist warning. The governor signs 5 bills in Florida. Black folks, don't go around there. Do not go to Florida. He signed 5 things. 5 things in the law that had nothing to do with black folk. You ought to be afraid to go to Florida. Man, it's Memorial Weekend. Man, who?